Won't let these motherfucking devils come in between y'all and start trying to separate shit, make this shit they shit. It's something that it's not. Y'all niggas got the motherfucking plan. Build the motherfucking plan, keep the team straight and keep that shit cheap. Let these motherfuckers come in between y'all. Y'all got the power, keep the power in y'all motherfucking hands. Fuck these niggas, man, go get it. Feel me?
Organized threat. The introduction. Mercy. Future, this nigga God's related. Yeah, listen. Now what it be like? I was 15 and scheming on big dreams, and a father not around was nothing new to my community. I was brought up in a private school, but I grew up in the ghettos where that metal gets to squirting, cause my mom was always working. A problem and a victim to that public education when I lost my understanding to the Christian regulations. In the real world, it wasn't just the weed that they were selling. We had alcoholic mixtures for the low if you was banging. In November 22nd in the year 2004, the only father figure I knew was just a corpse, and I was left up in the office of my mental broken hearted. Had my brother by my side, but at the time he wasn't talking. To my mama was a burden, and my brother, he observed it. I was breaking into houses with the homies like I owned this shit. You niggas never heard about me. That same year was introduced into that Wu-Tang cream. By 16 I dropped the album Within, my first album with the first set of rappers that the movement would be housing. And Eagles got to bumping, cause most of them was frontin', and they seemed to have an issue with the youngest member running it. But fuck them, cause life went on and I was focused. By the time I turned 18, had 5 albums thumping, but I couldn't even celebrate 2 days before I graduate. A tragic accident would take the lives of 4 establishments. The curse of Paris High School for all of our sins. Rest in peace my nigga Paul for all the shit that we did. Rest in peace my nigga Cash, you carried on through your friends. The homie Casper named his child after your memory, kid. We say a prayer for Harvey and Silky, the agony fades as we walk the earth oblivious to the end of our days. We say a prayer for Harvey and Silky, the agony fades as we walk the earth oblivious to the end of our days. Mercy. Yeah, though I walk, so our job as poets, the valley of the shadows, higher elevation. Yeah. We're living in the era where the underground's a gimmick, and where a bigger fan base gets more respect in your lyrics, and where the efforts of an individual will go unnoticed as they ridicule your name because your skin ain't the same. But back to the story, I left behind those high school days before I took my ass to college with the hope to make a change, and that's a 90 grand investment. Just know that I'm in debt when you see me doing favors for this camp that I rep. I had the homie from my childhood who bounced because of jealousy, and I used to have a best friend, but he chose to join the military. Lo and behold, was left alone on my own. The year was 2011. I came close to going back home. I got a 9 to 5, working at a warehouse where 9 to 5 was burnt out and overtime expected. I figured that was it, so I left the mic to hang up, and I met my first true love, so I figured I was stuck. But then in altercation, my job had found replacements, and my girl was cheating on me towards the end of our relationship. I bought a camera and I started shooting videos on the same day they fired me. I'm driving up the coast and I met my sister Vita. I used to build with Mega, then I met my nigga Papa J and brought it all together. I've been knowing Gaff for 6 years, she finally joined the movement when no one gave a fuck about her name or knew her music. Shot the vid for what I do and everything began to change. That's when the snakes come out. They'll rob you for fame, this was before the cypher effect. My sister hit $1 million before a broken complex was even in the picture. Poe is that nigga, so how the fuck you gonna hate on me? You fabricate the truth, I'm here to give them the reality. When Rev lost to Johnson, her rep was in the gutter. We shot for Give It Time and I even met her grandmother. Then we shot for Tragic Kingdom, that's when the streets was buzzing. I brought her back to life without a price for 2 videos. That's work to Velda Wonder, who to me was like a dove. But how you gonna try to knock me when I shot for Lizzie Love? And I put you on the map, I introduced you through the movement. This ain't a diss, my nigga, I'm just speaking on the truth. And JDS was flexing, so I called him on his bluff. That's when Self-Provoked jumped in and started to front. This was November 2012, I'm 6 years in the game. And by the end of February, he was dissing my name. So I responded with the facts, but his fans called it whack. That's when I understood what Nas meant when speaking on wax. My nigga motherfucked the underground, the pain of the people. When the beat is reaching deeper than the lyrics that you bleed through, I'm conflicted at the crossroad. What happened to the music? Have mercy on the souls for the sinners living foolish. Lord and behold, have mercy, the truth unfolds. Mercy. Now what it be like? I finally made the choice to be a general. Recruited individuals who focus on the spiritual. We heard some niggas talking, but we knew it wasn't literal. I spoke about atonement and I ain't never done subliminals. Before we dropped the legacy, I tried to keep the peace, cause I ain't never gave a fuck about the LA scene. That's not a shot at the fiends, I'm just speaking my dreams. Between a body in the hospital, we're making the cream. My nigga Ray's on the 1-2, was checking on a nigga, cause I was losing sleep between my work and the team. And then I linked with Mike Steves, we was talking over emails. He told me organized threat was sure to prevail. That's when I finally saw the difference. My nigga, this is business, so take it how you want a motherfucker, I ain't tripping. It's the same people talking shit that tried to knock the movement. It's funny cause they turned around and tried to steal our blueprint. They lack originality and their life is like a casualty. So instead I'ma do me and focus on the team. I got the vision of a scholar. My heart it pumps harder and the hunger in my stomach like a father watching his daughter. I'm smarter, I'll overcome the obstacles before me, like the gods against the titans or the pain from all the fallen. My nigga fuck the hating, just try to relate. And I ain't never took a handout that I couldn't create. But shit, I've helped a lot of people, now some of them are enemies who say that I'm a mark, but they ain't never done a thing for me. Them niggas want the money in a box with all the fame, and I ain't keeping tabs on them cause I'm in a different lane. Yo, it's bigger than the picture that they're painting. And nowadays a fan base will dick ride without an explanation. I do this for my mother, for the pain within my brother. So if I die tomorrow, just remember that I love you. Mercy, have mercy. How we do? Only God's relate. Dedicated to all the ancients. Listen up. Yeah, I'm like Alexander the Great, conquering space, and my thought waves reflect the agony from the original race. Now we fall into place, and everything else is now irrelevant. It's that 777, I'm sending 7 testaments to your settlement. Now behold the burning chariot, that poetry that you speak of, the Nephilim resurrected. You better bow to me like I'm Caesar, or face the Colosseum. I'm like Moses against the Red Sea, and the staff I hold can split realities beyond the heavens reach. And I've seen the golden eagle flying solo, plus the goal is not the dolo. We built the mental, ancient passages, here we own those. And the secrets to the dragon's temple, they unfold. I'm cracking the skulls between your hollow eye sockets. We study the codes and spread that wisdom across the Nile, to the pharaohs who came before you, and to the Ethiopian, to our black majesty, we adore you. We're the children of your bloodline, corrupted from many centuries, but we evolved beyond the promised land, a higher form of African. We elevate the mental and see beyond the physical. It's that black Nubian, we're lighting spliffs and toting pistols. To you it's probably criminal, the slaves will call it ritual. I'm Alexander the Great, my heart is metaphysical. Cleopatra, that's my heart. Tell her, this music is my heart. There's a sad epidemic going on in the underground scene. Motherfuckers thinking that because they got some Facebook likes, that equals skill on the mic. Well, I'm here to correct all that. Pouring out these rosaries, niggas that wanna battle me, try to step into my circle, get carried off by your Calvin. Behold the masterpiece, I'm the evolution of this rap shit. Without an infameezy beat, your whole catalog is past tense. Microphone check. How you gonna do a track with Busy and Jack his whole delivery? You ain't a bone thug or born a thug. Let's talk reality from the jump of this scenario. To him no one was talking. They're like a bitch on a period, this nigga started barking. But nigga, I'm the marksman, so it only takes one shot to expose this motherfucker to that bullshit he be barking. Self-provoked or self-inflicted, because your fan base consists of underage women and male groupies on the dick. You ain't a revolutionary soldier trying to bring that unity. You a Timberland rocking ponytail, cannabis smoking bitch. Who the fuck you trying to mess with? A testament to a retard. I'll send your silly ass to a dark storm beyond your radar. What's the devil to an Elohim? A checker in a game of chess. You ain't built for my geometry or the alchemy I manifest. What's the devil to an Elohim? A checker in a game of chess. You ain't built for my geometry or the alchemy I manifest. Mic check 1, 2. They said to hit him with the ether. I'm here to speak the truth like. Mic check 1, 2. They said to hit him with the ether. I do this for my peoples. Mic check 1, 2. They said to hit him with the ether. I'm here to speak the truth. Yeah, mic check 1, 2. They said to hit him with the ether. I do this for my people. Hey yo, give me the pound, give me the pound, give me the pound. I'm ready for war and breaking the doors and catching the body and tucking the law. You talking that shit, I'm pleading the fifth. My lyrics are venomous, razor that spit. Lyrical genocide to your ego. I'll obliterate your whackness, listen. Because the fast flow don't make you better. And plus you making up for them shitty rhymes with that overused delivery. Hey yo, I know that ain't SP, trying to diss the movement. You started on a high note after copying our blueprint. But you make a shitty general, and your whole crew should get rid of you. Let's do a simple comparison to understand the truth. Poetic death is out in Europe, and self-provoke is local. I be chilling on the sideline, you charge your people just a headline. You claim to keep the peace, all I see is beef up on your timeline. You need to grow the fuck up and just accept the times. You had a buzz back in 09, 2010 was so-so. But you thought a silly rabbit could stand a chance against the God's flow? I'm the motherfucking black wolf, knocking at this pig's door. A narc for dry snitching, and you ain't never been hardcore. Yes indeed, he's self-provoked. You do graffiti, but only for the cameras, cause real taggers remain anonymous. Living at your mama's crib, you addicted to that medical, or addicted to that glass dick that's all up in your mandible. You need to slow the fuck down and address the situation, or the ending of your legacy will start within these pages. Yo, I'm not the one to fuck with, don't ever get it twisted. Stick to tagging, motherfucker, you're not a game-banging villain. And me, I be that general, so salute me when you see me. On my fist create concussions like them comments that hit Russia. Yo, I'm far beyond your concepts, and I overwrite your dialect. So let this be a warning, son, you dealing with a bigger threat. Nevertheless, I'm coasting above this funny bunny who got involved over a bitch in JDS, and ain't that funny. Mic check 1, 2. They said to hit him with the ether. I'm here to speak the truth like. Mic check 1, 2. They said to hit him with the ether. I do this for my peoples. Mic check 1, 2. They said to hit him with the ether. I'm here to speak the truth. Yeah. Mic check 1, 2. They said to hit him with the ether. I do this for my peoples.
Just like that. In less time than it takes to tell about it.
Give me the mic, give me the mic, give me the mic. This nigga did a song with Dizzy writing, still ain't seen the light. You see the situation is complicated. You got this lame ass plus his whack ass fans gassing him up to be the man. You like that motherfucker in high school that Trump niggas used to pick on. You got a couple likes on Facebook, now you a straight crook, I doubt that. And I ain't even dissing on the high note. Got respect for M4 and for me, Zian Lenowski. That post-traumatic syndrome, you been talking shit for 3 months. You knew my home address and phone number, we never met for lunch. A sucker punch, I'll drag you by the chariot of Apollo, just to show these motherfuckers that your backbone is hollow. And it wasn't that I snapped, my nigga, me and you ain't homies. Don't go writing shit about me or my posse being phony. You a dum-dum, a fake ass snake walking on thin ice. Try to see me on the mic, you meet the afterlife tonight. Yo, check it, you're welcome for all the fame this brings to you. Self-provoked the MC, welcome to the end of your legacy. And I'm the better MC. Any day of the week, we overseas, chasing our dreams. It's OGT, and to the death of me. We overseas, chasing our dreams. It's OGT, and to the death of me, nigga. We putting it into that bullshit. Yo, niggas be talking, trying to be caught, poetic death, exposing the fraud. It's funny, reversing the odds. Never met face to face that he claims to be hard. It's funny to me, whenever he speaks, the truth that you seek is never released. And he be writing fairy tales of fabrication. Nevertheless, relay him the rest. You battle the best, you lay with the rest. And your diss track, well, it could have been better. Cause had you really broken it down instead of the sound, and studied the nouns about 1 minute and 30 seconds. But that's skippity do rap. As a matter of fact, I'm calling you whack. You ain't an MC, just part of the pack. A cat in a hat was stuck in the back. And if you were fat, well, you wouldn't have any fans. Fuck self-provoke.